All right. Hi, welcome to our data science course enrollment night. This will be our first time doing it online, so bear with us. But yeah, let's just get this thing started. So thank you for coming. This is hosted by us, the data science peer advising team. We'll organize this to help data science students plan their courses. We're still gonna do like a sign-in sheet, so the link is at the bottom of this slide. It'll help us kind of figure out how to better cater to you in the future. So we'd appreciate it if you would fill that out first. All right, next slide, please. So everything in here is presented by us, the peer advisors, and do not reflect the official opinions of the Division of Data Science. Please consult data science student services for individual advising. And for more information, we have our website, data.berkeley.edu, and also the Data 001 Piazza. So tonight, what we're going to be talking about, our agenda is just like introduction, major, minor requirements, upper division requirements, sample plans, courses that are available in the fall, and then additional enrollment information and, and that. So who are we? So we are the data science peer advisors. Usually you'd be able to find us on 3rd floor Moffitt, but we also are offering virtual services, and you can find that on our page. We'll have links for a queue, and you can still sign up and meet us that way. Our hours are still the same, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have our email listed there and also a page with all of our bios. So like for me, my name is Shirley Jang. I'm a data science major. My domain emphasis is in urban science. And yeah, that's me.
I'm Aisha. I'm a 4th year data science major, and my emphasis is in cognition.
I'm Jenny. I am a 4th year computer science and data science double major, and my emphasis is in inequalities of society.
Hi, my name is Ashwarya. I'm majoring in data science with a minor in computer science, and my domain emphasis is cognition.
Hi, my name is Tanvi. I'm majoring in applied math and data science, and my domain emphasis is in economics.
Hi, I'm William. I'm a junior, and I'm studying data science, and my emphasis is cognition.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm a 4th year majoring in data science and minoring in computer science, and my domain emphasis is in business and industrial analytics.
Hi, my name is Richard, and I'm majoring in applied math and data science, and my domain emphasis is in applied math and modeling.
And I'm Alekia. I'm a 4th year majoring in data science and economics, and my domain emphasis is economics.
Yeah, thanks guys. And also check out Data Peer Consultants. They help make data science more accessible, and they help you answer questions like more technical data related questions. So their services are also online, and their page is linked below as well. Feel free to check them out. All right, so on declaring the major and minor, I'll be talking about the data science minor. So for the data science minor, you are required to take these lower division classes: data science, data 8, programming structures and probability. And then for your upper division classes, you have a choice between 2 different pathways, either taking data 100 or the stats pathway, which is data stat 131A, stat 1 and 133. I guess going into the stats pathway, you take those stat 131A and stat 133, and also your electives course, which is based from an approved list. For data 100 pathway, you take the data 100 course, 1 elective course, and for both pathways, you would choose 1 human context and ethics course. This next slide. And then the data science minor, the overlap rules. You can overlap only 1 course in your upper division requirements for the data science major for each of your majors. And then only a maximum of 1 course offered by or cross-listed with a major department may count towards data science minor upper division or any overlapping course. Any upper division course used to fulfill a lower division requirement, for example, Stat 134 to fulfill a probability requirement, will not be counted towards the maximum one course allowed to overlap the major, nor will it fulfill one of the 4 upper division course requirements, and there's no restriction on overlap with any other minor. This information can be found on the data science minor page, and then you can definitely feel free to ask us more about that.
So yeah, let's say you are either a junior or a senior who doesn't have much time to actually complete the minor. Don't worry. One of the things that we have kind of gathered here is extensive online resources that you can look to if you feel as though the minor may not be for you or you just don't have time to complete it. So we have things like DataCamp. DataCamp is an online website that helps you learn things like R, like intro to R, maybe A/B testing in Python. If you want to learn TensorFlow, it's all available on DataCamp. It does come with a price, but there are actually some organizations on campus that can help you get a discount if you're either a part of a course or a part of the organization. There are things like LinkedIn Learning. As students at Berkeley, you have access to LinkedIn Learning and an extensive amount of coursework that you can look into. Same thing if you are looking to get skills like SQL or Python and you don't want to take a course, LinkedIn Learning can help you do that. Same with Coursera. Coursera, I believe, is free, but there are some aspects of it. If you want to actually complete assignments and whatnot and turn in assignments, it does come with a price, but you can earn certificates and put it on your LinkedIn, which may help you in your recruiting. In addition, there are GitHubs that have repos, there are repos on GitHub that have content that's really, really useful. This could be old machine learning books, old statistics books, things like that that can help you in your analytical skills. And let's just say that you want to maybe take like 1 or 2 courses to gain like skills in either Python or SQL or Excel. There's a list of courses here that we found really useful. However, we do find that things that are a little more niche, things like Tableau or Power BI or SPSS, they may be listed on some jobs that you're looking for when it comes time for recruiting. There might be some courses here at Berkeley that you can potentially learn them, but we believe that online resources are better suited for this.
Yeah, so now going on to the data science major, this little graphic here gives an overview of what is required for the lower division and upper division requirements. And one thing to note is that like recently, about a year ago or a semester ago, the number of upper division units changed from 30 required units to now 28 units. And then on the next slide, we'll go into more depth of the lower division requirements. So for the lower division prerequisites, first there's data 8, and then for the math requirements, there's math 1A and math 1B as the preferred track. And for linear algebra, there's math 54 or stat 89A. And for the computing portion of it, there's CS 61A or CS 88 combined with CS 61B. And then beneath each option, you'll see alternative options that might be accepted as well. And then on the next slide, we'll see the courses that count towards your GPA to declare are only data 8, your linear algebra requirement, and CS 61B. So the calculus classes and programming structures classes, those aren't going to count towards your GPA to be eligible for the major.
You can apply to declare during the last 3 weeks of the semester. You expect to complete your last few requirements, and then the application will be processed after final grades have been received. To declare, you need to fill out the data science BA worksheet, complete the LNS program planning sheet, and if you plan on double majoring, you need to fill out the LNS double major application, and then submit the data science major application online along with the documents. And all the documents and major application can be found at data.berkeley.edu or by following the link below. Next slide. Core upper div requirements. The first core upper div requirement is Data 100, and every student is required to take it in order to complete the data science major. The professors may change next semester, but the average grade for the current professors is a B+. The prereqs are Data 8, either CS61A, CS88, or Engineering 7, and Math 54, which can be taken with Data 100, but is advised to be completed prior to taking the class.
Cool. So the next upper division requirement is the computational and inferential depth requirement, or CID for short. You're required to take at least 7 units, which is typically about 2 classes, to meet this requirement. There are several different courses that you can choose in various departments, such as computer science, electrical engineering, statistics, econ, that can all be used to satisfy your CID classes. And because of that, oftentimes people who are double majoring in those departments can choose to use their overlap for their 2 classes with their CID classes. In addition to that, the main thing to note for most of these classes is that a lot of them have lower division prereqs that you need to complete before you can take the upper division class. So it's really important to plan ahead, especially for your CID classes, and make sure that you are taking and meeting the prereqs before you choose the upper division class and take these. For example, CS 188 is a popular CID class that people choose to take. It's artificial intelligence, and the prereq for that is CS 61A, CS 61B, and 70. So it's really important to complete those classes before you go and take CS 188. But other than that, there's multiple courses you can choose. This is just one of 3 slides worth. So the next slide has some more, and then the next slide has a couple more options that we can choose. And so we encourage you to choose classes that you're interested in to meet this requirement, because there's so many to choose from. Next slide.
So for the data science major, you're required to take 1 course in probability, and it's either, you can choose between either Stat 134, Stat 140, Industrial Engineering 172, or ECS 126. And all of the classes deal with stochastic simulations and allow you to deal with uncertainty and randomness in data science theory and practice. If you have like any questions between deciding which class to take, you can always like email us or ask on Piazza. And just also the grade distribution and prereqs are also listed on the bottom. Also, you have to take 1 course in modeling, learning, and decision making. So you can choose between one of these 5 classes: CS 182, CS 189, Stat 154, Stat 102, and Industrial Engineering 142. And they all deal with, they all involve some like programming aspect in either Python or R. And the prereqs and average grades are also listed here. So if you have any like questions about these classes, you can contact us. Data science majors also have to take 1 class in human context and ethics. And there's actually 9 classes you can take. Some of them are history C184, bioengineering 100, city planning 101, ISF 100J, and ESPM C167. And listed at the bottom of the slides are 4 additional classes you can choose from. They all range from like professors who teach it in different departments. So if you have like questions before deciding which class to choose, you can contact us, because many of us have taken these classes before.
And then a part of being a data science major is having a domain emphasis. All of these are listed out on the website and go into great depth as to what classes pertain to each domain emphasis. And like personally, I'm cognition, and so I'd have to take a lower division requirement, which would be 1 class, and there's usually 2 upper division requirements, and that's how it is for most of these domain emphases. So yeah, and then all of us as peer advisors, we have a bunch of different emphases, as you heard at the beginning of this. So look at our website if and see if any of us have an emphasis that you are interested in, and we're happy to help answer specific questions to that emphasis. And now we're going into possible like 4-year plans that you can have if you're coming in as a freshman, or if you are a sophomore or junior and you want to like look at how you should be like scheduling the rest of your time at Cal. These are just good suggestions on how to do so.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start off with just a sample 4-year program that's to where you are just a data science major. We won't be going through each and every class, but we just kind of want to get a general overlook of what your semesters may look like. And I think one of the first things that a lot of us actually like about the data science majors, there's a lot of freedom in the courses that you can take. And not just that, it appears as though you can actually finish, you know, if you do 4 classes every semester, make sure to knock out all your breadth, you can potentially finish a semester or 2 early. In addition, we see things like CS70 in this semester that is not necessarily a required course for the data science major, but is a prereq for a lot of these CIDs. And that is even squeezed into the schedule, and it's not fully a requirement. In addition, we see all the different breadths and like the, you know, Math 1A, Math 1B, the reading, the RNC, right? If you already have that cleared, this timeline can even be shorter. So on to the next program that we see, we have same thing with a 4-year program, right? But it's spread out a little more. So if you want to, you know, spend all 8 semesters here, kind of take your time, you actually can have a pretty relaxed course load for the most part, while still knocking everything out that's required. One of the recommendations that we have with the data science major is that, you know, with this additional time, you can be doing things like personal projects, getting involved with the Division of Data Science, do our discovery program, and other really fantastic options on campus. And for the last thing that we'll be showing is for transfer students. This is a sample 2/2.5 year program. And here we're also assuming very little has been completed prior to your entrance to Berkeley. Mind you, junior transfers, use assist.org to see what you already have cleared. Talk to your advisors to know what you've cleared before you begin enrolling. So some of these things like the breadths are probably already knocked out. But we can see that, you know, it's a little more packed in the 2 to 2.5 year program. And one of the things that we kind of want to say is that, once again, there are a lot of resources on campus, including coming to things like data peer consulting and data peer advising, where we're really happy to help you schedule something that we believe is doable while still extremely beneficial, that doesn't stress you out during this time, as we know that, you know, the combination of some of these courses can be a lot. So if you're a junior transfer, make sure to come out and talk to anyone who's involved in the division. We're happy to help you through this.
So this is a sample 4-year program for the data science major and applied math double major. So as you can see, it's a little more packed than doing just the data science major, because obviously you have all these math classes to be taking as well. Some nice things to note are that the applied math and data science major have a decent amount of overlap in terms of lower-div requirements, so that allows you to still fulfill your lower-div requirements within the first couple of years. And additionally, the data science major has a domain emphasis in applied mathematics and modeling. And if you use that domain emphasis, you'll be able to overlap some of your operative math classes with your data science major as well. So this is just obviously like one sample for your program. So if you have any other questions, want to do a different domain emphasis, or just have questions about overlap, definitely reach out to us. Both me and Richard are doing the data science and applied math double majors. So if you reach out to us, we can definitely help you with that.
And then here's a sample schedule for data science and economics. You'd want to use, if you were to do this, you'd want to do the econ domain emphasis. And there's basically the crossover classes you would want to use you would use the 5 electives from the econ major and choose any of those that are also like similar to the classes listed in the domain emphasis for econ. And then for freshmen, AP scores in micro and macroeconomics does not equal like the same credit you get for taking Econ 1. So you're going to have to take Econ 1 to fulfill your lower domain emphasis requirement for the economics domain emphasis. And then to fulfill, so in this sample, to fulfill your computational and inferential depth requirement, you'd want to take Econ 140 and Industrial Engineering 135, which is also called Data X. But there's different ways to do it. You can take Econ 140 to fulfill like your domain emphasis if you want to do that, and take another CID if you have this time. There's many different ways to do it, and yeah.
Next, we have the data science major with the CS minor. So between a major and a minor, you can overlap one upper division course. So for this sample plan, Data 100 is overlapped. Additionally, we recommend taking the probability course before taking the modeling course, which is shown in this sample plan. Next slide. Next, we have the CS major with the data science minor sample plan. For this one, as I said earlier, you can overlap one upper division class between major and minor. So additionally for this one, Data 100 can be overlapped. Additionally, CS 70 can be used for the data science minor for the probability requirement and the CS major lower division requirement.
This is a sample for your plan for data science and cognitive science double major. With this schedule, you'll hopefully be able to declare cognitive science by the end of your first year and data science by the end of fall during your second year. And just so you know, the prereqs for declaring Cog Sci are Data 8, 1 semester of calculus, so Math 1A, and 1 semester of computer programming, so like CS61A. And this plan assumes that your domain emphasis will be in cognition, so you can overlap 2 of your upper div domain courses with Cog Sci upper divs. And just a heads up, like you shouldn't feel obligated to follow this exact schedule, especially if you passed out of calculus or the RNC requirements or have a different domain emphasis. Next slide. And similar to the data science and Cog Sci double major is the Cog Sci major and data science minor. With this plan, you'll be able to declare Cog Sci by the end of your first year and the data science minor by the end of your second year. And then through the Data 100 pathway, you can overlap Data 100 requirement for the minor with one of the Cog Sci elective requirements. And one tip is to try to take Cog Sci courses that also fulfill breaths, so you don't have to take every single breath separately. Yeah, next slide.
So for enrollment for fall 2020, we have 4 new courses that are being offered under the data course designation. So this would be Data C8, Data C100, Data C102, and Data C104. So they're all cross-listed with other departments, some with stats, some with CS, and even history. But if you want to enroll in these classes, make sure to enroll under the data course designation because all of the seats are going to be offered under that course offering. Because of current changes going on with the system, when the schedule of classes has been published, we have Data C100 temporarily unavailable to view, and Data 102 temporarily displays enrollment capacity of 0, but these are things that will be updated over time, and the data science department will be keeping students informed about these updates. So if you're not on the Data 001 Piazza, I'd highly recommend getting on that because they will be posting updates about enrollment.
And yeah, and then here's some tips just for Cal. Oh, there's just one tip for Cal Central that is super helpful because signing up for classes is incredibly stressful. As current Cal students know, and I'm sure freshman students will eventually learn, but the swap function for classes is a super helpful way to make sure you don't lose your spot when switching classes. So using swap, you can stay in a course you are enrolled in and swap it with another course that you are waitlisted in. That's basically the gist of it. And that's just instead of dropping a class and then adding another class and then seeing that you wouldn't get into that class and then you lost the spot of that class you originally dropped. There's a function to basically get to make sure you don't lose that class, that first class. And yeah, there's more about that on this website provided. And then, oh yeah, go ahead.
For spring 2020, all classes can be taken for pass, no pass. And if you receive a pass in that course, it will count for the data science major and minor.
And yeah, cool. You can reach out to us for the rest of this spring 2020 semester on our website if you want to talk to us over Google Hangout. Make sure you do the sign-in form. And yeah, anyone else have to say anything?
I think that's it. Thank you all so much.